Hello, everybody. In this weekend analysis, we're going to look at, is the stock market prepared for a correction right now? Is it going to crash? And I know everybody's really bullish, but I've just been looking at the price action, and I want to show you guys some things and explain some things, and hopefully you'll see why the market could be due for a little pullback here. Let's take a look at the SPY first. So we've been riding the channel resistance here for quite some time now, and that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean we need to sell, but more important is the price action in the last week. So let's just talk about that. So we gap up here right above this resistance, so we're trying to break out essentially, and buyers did good initially, right? We bought up here off these highs, and so we're holding the breakout, but notice we never really got an area here where buyers really regained control back over the VWAP. So that's just the first thing. Then here we gap underneath this resistance again, close above it, and we fail. And so it's just like bulls can't really get a hold on this price right now. They can't get back in control. And once again, we came up here, tested that same resistance on Friday here, and then we fell. And so right here, what I wanted to see is the bulls finally got their chance above this VWAP to hold. And so all day Friday, I was watching so it could tell me if I wanted to go bullish on the market into the weekend, or if I wanted to get a little cautious or bearish, okay? And so what I was looking at here the whole time is can we break up? Fridays are notorious for having an end of day rally. If you go back and look at all the Fridays, it's almost every single Friday there's an afternoon rally in the SPY, right, in the last hour or so. And so I also wanted to see, do they rally at end of day? I'm not kidding. Almost every single Friday has that rally. And so when I saw it not rally, it just kind of added to my thesis that the bulls can't really get control up here. And then we have the thing of there's a big breakout zone. There's many of them actually. There's these highs. And so it's every level I've marked here. There's these highs we have not tested yet. And then the low that we made that broke those highs. So we had a gap right here, right? So we had this gap up. So we have the place we gap to, and then the gap itself are also areas that if we continue lower could come and be tested. And then obviously down here we have the really on the larger time frames, this was a big gap because we struggled in this area a lot. And right here, this gap is what really started a huge bull rally. So that's another good breakout area that we haven't tested. And I'm not saying that we have to come test all of them or any of them, but I think with the 5-day trend starting to turn down and just this price action that I just explained where the buyers really can't get control. And I know a lot of people are looking at this head and shoulders. Some people think, oh, it's so easy to see, it's not going to happen. And some other people are really bearish because of it. Don't be either of those things. Don't care about patterns like head and shoulders. The one pattern that works really well is bull flag and bear flag. If you can identify those, you can use them. Don't follow the rest of the other crap. It just doesn't work. Focus on price action. That's going to tell you who's in control, the buyers or the sellers. So don't worry about patterns. From this low, we have the VWAP right here and the 20-day moving average. So I think at minimum, guys, we're going to try to test these highs. But we have to keep an eye if the bulls can actually muster, get up above 391.50-ish, and they can flag like this again, and then they break higher, that's going to be bullish for the market. And that will likely keep us in this consolidation, working our way up towards 400. So we also are going to keep an eye out for that. The Qs have a pretty similar situation. They're trending down a little bit harder and actually riding the 20-day moving average right now. So if the market were to break down, the Qs will be breaking below their 20-day moving average. Now, this is an important breakout spot right here. But one thing you want to note that's different with the Qs and the SPY is that the Qs have a lot of built up supply already. And so there's all these buyers down here, especially here on this day. This was Thursday. We accumulated a lot here. And so there's a lot of people that are long in here now. It's not a crazy amount, but maybe if we break that in the 20-day, we'll just run right through this and come a little lower down to maybe the bottom of this gap or the top of this gap. Just something to think about. If I mark those other levels, those are a couple other areas right here that are breakout areas. And the year-to-date VWAP is all the way down here at about 322 right now. So something to think about. Again, if the Qs can get up and SPY gets up, flags, and then actually makes that new high, then it's very possible we can try to grind a little bit higher in this low volatility environment. All right, so all in all, the market doesn't necessarily have to crash, but I think it's prepped for at least a correction down to one of these breakout areas, and I think it's something we should watch for. Obviously, if the price action changes, you got to change your bias. You got to follow the price action always. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and share it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.